Hi and welcome to my new video. I am Indigon, and in this video I'm going to show you the build I have been using to AFK my way through the whole game in RuneScape. When I say AFK, I mean you don't have to know the mechanics and you can learn them on the fly. For a lot of the bosses you don't even need to learn the mechanics, but for some you need to learn some mechanics. And this is actually the first Infernal Cape I have ever gotten. Now, I'm not saying it's a huge accomplishment to get Infernal this way, but it was really fun. And you actually learn how to just do the suck movement, because you have to still do suck somewhat properly. I just wanted to give a shout out to Foe as well for making the base of this build that I have taken to the next level when it comes to just mage tankiness, because he had a one-handed melee setup incorporated into the build. However, I just wanted to go mage, so if you're interested in that variant, make sure to check out his YouTube videos on it. I would love to hear what builds you guys have been using in Demonic Leagues as well. And if you do like these videos, please hit a like on the video and a subscription to my channel. It is completely free to do on YouTube, and it will help out my channel a lot on my road to 500 subscribers for the YouTube partnership. So let's go into what gear we are using. So the gear is quite simple to get. Everything here is quite simple to get, I would say, except for the Crystal Blessing and the Confliction Gauntlets. However, I did make a video on Echo Hunlef that makes it extremely easy to do. But Doom, you actually have to do a few mechanics, but there are ways to cheese it with this build as well. If you would like a tutorial on how to do Doom with this build, let me know and I will make a video on that as well. So the gear we are using is the Trident of the Swamp, which drops in completed form from Zulrah if you have unlocked Tyrannwyn. Then we're using Infernal Cape. Before you get Infernal Cape, I just use level 99 Magic Cape. Doesn't really matter, you just want whatever cape has the highest defensive stats. And then we use the Blood Fury, which is insane because the Blood Fury effect heals off all our Thorns damage. And then we have just Barrow's tank armor. If you are good at the game, you get Justiciar, which will be slightly better, but you can complete the whole game in just Barrow, so that's completely fine. Crystal Blessing, Dragonfire Shield, which is super easy to get because you can completely AFK any set of dragons in the game. And if you have the minion perk from the tier 8 relic, you can just do it on mobile while you're walking or doing anything, and then you will just suddenly have a DFS in your inventory. And that is also how I got my Dragon Fullhand, by completely AFKing Mithril dragons on my phone. And then we have the Echo Boots, which drop from the Colosseum. These are really good. They will give you another set of Thorns effect. So they're very good, but you can definitely get far without them as well. But Colosseum is also quite easy with this build. If you are struggling in the Colosseum, let me know and I can make a video on that as well. I had never done it before. It was my first time and it went fine. And then we have the Ring of Suffering, which is really good. It's the highest defensive ring in the game and it has the recoil effect. So that ring is insane from Kandarin region. The region we have chosen for this build is Tyrannwyn, Kandarin, and Mauritania, which gives us this set of gear. So here is the Demonic Pacts tree for the build, and the goal with the build is to clear every single piece of content using only Mage in my unlocked regions, which is Mauritania, Kandarin, and Tyrannwyn. And so far I have achieved to do everything except Awaken Vardorvis, which I haven't tried yet. Normal Vardorvis was very easy, and TOB, because I haven't had a group for TOB yet. So only those two pieces of content is left. Everything else I have cleared. And this is the talent tree I am using, which is all about maximizing defense. A lot of builds go over to this node to have a melee switch. I don't want to do that. I just want to mage everything. So we have just added on 3 defense nodes, these 3, which you can definitely take away. And if you don't want to make prayer potions, I think you can go for the air regeneration, and that should probably make you remove the need to make prayer potions. I only use prayer potions when I'm fighting a single target boss that requires me to use overhead and piety, but you should be able to skip that if you go for the air regeneration nodes as well. However, it is quite easy to make prayer potions, especially with my zones. You don't even have to make them. You can just AFK man nickel monkeys with your minion, and then you'll have infinite prayer doses from that. So the talent tree is that we first of all we unlock these magic nodes, which go all the way up here, which gives us the 1-tick trident. This is super important. A lot of our DPS comes from the 1-tick trident. We also add in the water regeneration so that we will be healed every time we attack, either with 1 heal or 2, depending on what regeneration we end up proccing. And then you want to path straight over up here into the Thorns package. You want to try and unlock this node as fast as you can. If you want to respec, you could take these two just to get there instantly. But to save your respecs, you can do this long path around as well, because these nodes are really good. In the end game, you want all of these nodes because they're really, really powerful. And I'm going to highlight now the important nodes we have. So it's the 1-tick trident, it's the water regeneration, and then we have the earth regeneration for extra defense levels as well. And then it is the overhealing nodes, which is over here and down here. And then it's the thorns nodes. First of all, this node means that you heal a lot and you have a lot of prayer regeneration when you're fighting in AoE combat. And then this one just gives you more thorns damage. This one just gives you more thorns damage. And this one even scaled with our build insanely well, because it gives us a higher chance based on our defensive level to proc a reflection. And when you reflect, what happens is that, let's say a monster hits you for 20 damage. If you proc the reflect, you end up taking 0 damage, and you end up dealing 20 damage to the opponent. Really good, and especially with our build that maximizes our defense level as much as possible. And then down here we just have some good accuracy and regeneration nodes, because there's nothing else I wanted on the tree other than maybe the air rune regeneration. Everything else is just solid, and we want some accuracy as well, especially after they buffed the nodes, because like I said, we're maging everything. So we do want some accuracy against the monsters that are strong against magic. So that is an overview of the talent or demonic pacts tree for this build. And I love it. I hope you will have fun playing this build as well. So that was my build showcase. Thank you so much for watching it. And I would like to give a huge shout out to Foe for popularizing a similarly looking build. And that is where I got the basis of the build from. I'm also going to maybe make a video about how to max in the leagues, because there's so many skills that are quite easy to do, and I'm almost maxed, so I might make a video on that as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit a subscription to my channel and a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.